Hello, my name's David Linton, and if you're one of my 25,000 followers on LinkedIn or one of my Facebook friends, or you follow me on YouTube, you'll know that every year at Christmas time I give away my personal finances spreadsheet, which I do myself every year. And because I create this spreadsheet, I just feel it's such an easy thing to offer and share to other people who want to get their personal finances under control for the year ahead. And 2023, there's never been a more important year to really focus on your personal finances. With the cost of living crisis, we're all feeling the squeeze, and it's a good opportunity to just see how your year ahead looks. So I want to show you how to fill out the spreadsheet, and you can email me at ta@updater.co.uk to get the spreadsheet from me, or just message me. But give me your email and a message, and I will send the spreadsheet to you. No questions asked. It's just a free thing that I do because I'm already doing it for myself. I feel it's worthy of sharing it, and it just saves you the hours of setting your own spreadsheet up. So it's really very, very simple how this works. So basically, the months. If you click on these on the plus of each month here, you'll open out the weeks. So basically, you'll see under each month is the weeks. Now, the interesting thing is that there's 5 weeks in each month. Now, most people say, well, that's not right. But if you think about a normal month, what you'll find is that there are actually 5 weeks of working days in a normal month. February might be the exception, so you just ignore week 5. But basically, you might have just 1 or 2 days in week 1, or 1 or 2 days in week 5. But you just put those numbers that fall in those 1 or 2 days in week 1 or week 5. Just treat them as a week. And so basically, the process is just filling out the spreadsheet. So I just want to take you through that. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to put in your starting balance here. And let's say your starting balance is £5,000. You've managed to start the year quite well with some savings in the bank in your current account, and so that's your starting balance. And you'll straight away notice that all the weeks. So if I go to June, all the weeks. Basically, you've got £5,000. So then what we do, and so that's just assuming nothing, of course. So we'll close those months off. So may I just close off there, click on the minuses, close them back to months. But I'm just starting with January. So let's say you get paid at the end of January. Your salary could be in sterling or in dollars or euros. It doesn't really matter. Let's say you've got a little bit of rental income. So you've got a second home that you rent out, and you also get some company expenses back normally at the end of the month. Just take what you got last year and divide it by 12. That's a good way of doing it. You might have a mortgage. So let's say you've got your mortgage payment that matches up with your salary, and you might actually have another mortgage with another bank for that rental property, and that one is a bit lower. You might have a personal loan, and that normally comes out in a given week in the month, so just put that in. You'll have your broadband expenses, and you can see we just go through the sheet. Your council tax, that normally hits you at the start of the month. Insurance is normally a one-off event, so you can put that in where it happens in the month. You might have some house repairs. You might have a cleaner, and that might be £20 a week, say. You probably only pay it 4 full weeks, but let's just put it in for the 5 as well. Your utilities bills, now those are going up. So you might have £150 a month now in utilities. It's really gone quite up. You might do some cash till withdrawals, but with tapping a credit card now, that is less likely. But the credit cards are the big ones. So I have 2 credit cards, and what you do here is you just go and look at your average credit. Just take last year and divide by 12 and just put that number in, and they come out at different times. And then you might have some pension contributions in January. At the end of January, you might have a very big tax bill which you've got to pay, and that's really quite handy for next year, seeing when that tax bill is due. And you might have other expenses. But for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to assume that this is how my month and year looks. So what I'm going to do is just literally take these things. It's important that you don't touch the monthly columns. I've got that over here as an instruction because basically they're formulas. So you just take these things across here and we just go across the months and you can just put them all the way across. And basically what you're doing is building up a view, and really what you want to know is where is your drawdown going to, where are you going to have a cash crisis in the year, and quite often that's early on in the year because it's after Christmas, so you've got your tax bill to pay, so you'll start to see how this balance is changing. And let's say, for example, I've got a £5,000 tax bill in January. I wish it was that low for me, but there it is. You've basically got you'll see how now you're starting to see where the numbers are drawing down, and you might also find that your 1st of February credit card bill is twice what it normally is because of Christmas, and now you'll see you're getting down to only £350 in your account, and what you obviously want to avoid is that going negative. Now what you can then do is you can actually add the actual. So let's say I don't do this every week, but you can do it at the end of every week. We maybe just do it once a month, but you pick the week that you're doing it, you go to your bank account, you just look at your bank balances, and you'll have your new credit card bill as well, so you can actually put in the actual amount. When you know it's £956, you just amend those figures, and that will change all your balances accordingly, so you see every week in the year where you're going to be, and then basically what you can do is when you get to that week, you can just put your credit card, you can put your actual bank balance in. So it says here that my bank balance will be 3,800, but I find that it's 3,576. It's never quite as good as you hope. And then what you can do is you can then go and just put that number, and you can actually do a difference here, so you can actually see how far you're out. But what you can then do is go and put that 3,576 in, and that's an actual balance. And so what I normally do when it's an actual balance is I go and give it a different color, so that I just know that that is an actual balance when I look across. But it's then editing those numbers through at the end of every week going through the year. So this is a really good way of just managing your cash flow and in your personal finances through the year. I hope you find it helpful. Last year, when I must have given out to hundreds of people last year. People on LinkedIn just asked me for it, and I just to say, message me with your email or email ta@updater.co.uk, and we'll happily get it out to you. But basically, this sheet is a way of managing your finances in the year ahead. And I hope you find it useful. A little Christmas present for nothing from me, and just let me know if you'd like it. And of course, share the love. Feel free to send it on to anybody else. And I hope you have a good year, and this helps you manage your personal finances better.